Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one is from Advice Please 219. Am I the beehole for taking up wife's workout time? I, a 33-year-old male, try to run several times a week, but I do it in the mornings, like 6-ish, because of work, and it gives me an hour with the baby and toddler to help with the morning before the day starts. My wife, a 30-year-old female, is a stay-at-home mom and likes to work out at a gym and yoga studio. Both are great because they offer childcare. Generally, the plan is that I run in the mornings before everyone gets up, and she works out in the mornings during the workday, because there's childcare. I know that she often prefers the early morning classes at her gym and yoga studio, and will sometimes schedule it so she can go, and I just run during the lunch or late afternoon. My job is flexible and mostly async, thankfully. I will say that I prefer the early morning runs because it starts my day off right, and it's really hot and humid where we live right now. This week we planned on me running every morning. On our walk last night, she asked, "There's no chance of me being able to work out in the morning, is there?" I just kinda replied with saying I'd prefer the run in the mornings, and also referenced the heat wave we're currently in. Fast forward to this morning, I woke up, got ready around 6 a.m., decided not to run, started having migraines yesterday afternoon. I think it was because of the heat, and I hoped they'd be resolved by the morning. I got back upstairs where she's getting ready for the day. She's instantly mad at me and saying things like, "This is unfair, why don't you think of me? I sacrificed so much for you, you've ruined my whole day." Then she starts to cry and continues saying how unfair it is and how much I don't think of her. She goes downstairs and comes back upstairs to say how I don't think of her. I tell her that I didn't try to purposely ruin her day and that I can't control if I'm not feeling well. I apologize saying that it wasn't my intent. She says intent doesn't matter. I tell her that her reaction is poor. She says I should have woken her up so she could go work out. If you were so deadly ill, you could have told me. At the point, she wouldn't have made it to class. Both the gym and yoga studio are 20 plus minutes away. I totally get being frustrated. It makes sense. I did tell her during the arraignment that her reaction was poor and it was akin to a 4-year-old not getting her snack. Should not have done that in hindsight. Am I the beehole? I'm gonna say it's not the beehole, but usually when someone says they're mad about something, that's not what they're mad about. It sounds like maybe something's been building up and piling up. I think you need to sit down and talk to her and understand what's going on, because this just feels like the straw that broke the camel's back, basically. So I'm gonna say you're not the beehole, but yeah, you need to get and figure out that problem. I don't know what's going on with her, but it sounds like just she has a lot of stuff going on. So OP, not the beehole, but yeah, talk it out with her and see what's going on. And our next one comes from Expensive Pin 4926. Am I the beehole for leaving my best friend at the bar after she grabbed my plate and refused to give it back until I apologized? My friend, a 24-year-old female, and I, a 24-year-old female, have been friends for over 4 years. We'll call her Mia. This incident happened towards the end of February this year. Mia and I had decided to meet up for drinks and tapas to catch up after we hadn't seen each other since the beginning of January. Everything was going well on a girl's day out until Mia started getting tipsy. I had shown her a picture of the Valentine's Day setup my boyfriend had done for me 2 weeks prior. I don't really post on socials anymore, so this is her first time seeing it. Her whole aura completely changed. The conversation started getting confrontational, and Mia asked why I had not been checking up on her, and how I had been putting our friendship on the back burner. She accused me of not being able to balance a boyfriend and my friendships. To add more context, when I had seen Mia in January, it was during her stay at a mental center. She had mentioned needing a breather, so I picked her up from the facilities, and we spent a day by the beach. After this day, our WhatsApp conversations were sparse, with me checking if she's still alright and vice versa. Early February, I had familial issues I was dealing with and completely went quiet on all my acquaintances and friends. This was excluding my boyfriend, who I basically live with at this point. I'm guessing she saw the Valentine's Day pictures and thought clearly you were present enough to celebrate that. Back to the girl's day out. Her mood is now completely flipped. She grabs the plate of food I'm eating and says, "You're not getting this back until you explain why you abandoned me." Mind you, the people around us at the bar were looking at us now. I tell her this is very immature and send my portion of the bill and leave. She calls me multiple times after, leaving a text asking, "What's up?" She eventually sends a text a couple days later apologizing for her behavior. I guess my mistake was responding to the text 4 days later, accepting the apology because we have not spoken since. OP, no, you're not the beehole. I'm glad you handled it. You almost handled it perfectly. By not playing into your game and just leaving instead of looking like a fool, you just left. Good, smart thing to do. Personally, I would not have paid for my half of the food because when she stole my plate from me, that became her food. If she gave it back to me, maybe, but I would be like, can I get this to go? And leave because it sounds like she's dealing with her own demons and you don't need that crap right now, OP. I know you said, what, 4 years? I'd be done with that friendship. That was disgusting and disrespectful. Taking someone's plate and treating them like that so that they can. That was some word control stuff. I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't want that type of crap in my life, so I would cut that person out. That's just me saying. But OP, yeah, not the beehole. You almost handled it perfectly. I also wouldn't have forgiven her. I would have just blocked her on everything because that's just so bloody rude and disrespectful and gross. OP, not the beehole, ditcher. And our next one is from Dismal Departure 3442. Am I the beehole for not wishing to change plans because one friend could not afford it, telling him their money issue is their fault? My friend group and I have been planning to go to a time-dependent entertainment arcade for my birthday. At night, you pay $50 to get in, and you can basically use everything in the place. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I don't like the ones where you have to keep reloading the card. I really hate that. But back to the story. The only thing that is extra is the alcohol. It is much cheaper to go in the daytime because all the adult entertainment isn't open. Their bars are not open, and adult rope course entertainment such as singer or comedians are not there, etc., etc. Not to mention that this is when all the kids go, and after 9 is adults only. So we made plans at the beginning of the month to go on this Friday. Everyone agreed, and I thought it was fine. My friend, Sophie, called me to ask to change the event to lunch since she can't afford it. This annoyed me greatly, since she spends money like it grows on trees. She is always getting takeout, and even will do it at lunch for her jobs. She literally showed us her new purse that I know wasn't cheap. It's a name brand purse. I told her no, and this started an argument. She wants me to change, and I'm being selfish for not taking her finances into account. I told her that her money issues are her own fault and not mine, and not to come. My friends are split. Some think that she needs a reality check because she's done this many times before, and others think I am too harsh. Well, I'd definitely say you're not the beehole in this situation. It's not like you sprang this on her and the rest of your friends. Thing was planned a while ago, and it's $50, and she's just don't order food for like a couple days and you're good. Things are super expensive nowadays, so you get to 50 pretty quick. I think like a meal at McDonald's is $15. Just chill, save that 15 or 16 or whatever. Let's be honest. The way she sounds, she's ordering like $20, $25 meals. So skip 2, 3 meals there and just, microwave some food or go buy the materials. It's cheaper and then make your own food, save the money. And there you go. There's your $50 and you can go to the thing. And yeah, that would piss me off too. Her going, oh, my finances. But look at my Louis Vuitton purse. That crap is stupid to me. I do not get people paying for name brands. The only time I get brands is maybe when it comes to electronics because they're built better by different brands. You know what I mean? That's the only time I care about brands. But no, you're not the beehole. And no, you shouldn't change the date. She knew what was going on and she knew how much it cost and she knew the plan. She did this to herself. OP, not the beehole. Go enjoy your time at the arcade. She needs to learn to save money or to chill out on the spending. And our final one is from Flimsy Relief 3810. Am I the beehole for buying my daughter a new phone after she broke hers against my wife's agreement? So, last weekend, me, a 44-year-old male, wife, a 43-year-old female, son, a 14-year-old male, and daughter, a 12-year-old female. We went to see a waterfall last weekend. My wife likes to take pictures quite literally everywhere, so she asked my daughter to take her pictures. Well, we were on the walkway thing when she asked, and my wife made her take a picture from a certain angle, the angle where she was holding her phone off to the walkway, and she dropped her phone into the waterfall. My wife got mad at her for it, and said she wasn't getting a new phone until her birthday or Christmas, so this upcoming December or April of 2025. I thought that was kind of ridiculous because she dropped it doing something she told her to do. My wife said she should have been more careful. I went to the Apple store on my way back home and bought her a new phone. When my wife found out, she privately expressed her upsetness at me by silent treatment and 10-minute lecture. You shouldn't have taken that bloody lecture. You didn't do anything wrong, but back to it. Not an argument. On why she is right. Oh, gross. Am I the beehole? No, you were not the beehole. It's not like your daughter was throwing a tantrum because she didn't get the new iPhone 56 or whatever we're at now. She probably wouldn't have even had her phone out at that place if your wife hadn't have told her to take a picture. And it sounds like your daughter was in a catch 22, because if she didn't take the picture, the wife would have been mad at her and blown up at her. And if she did, well, we saw what happened. And no, she shouldn't have to wait until 2025 or Christmas this year to get a phone because your wife has to take pictures for everything. So P, no, not the beehole, and you shouldn't have sat and taken that argument. I don't, oh, that's so stupid. Oh, I'm right. Holy hell, can you get over yourself? OP, you need to break her and tell her, hey, you're the one who did this. It sounds like you did, but if she can't see that, I don't know what to tell you about her, but she's not someone I'm too fond of, people who can't see their own mistakes. You know what I mean? So P, not the beehole. I'm glad you got her a phone. What if not having a phone, she was put, heaven forbid, she's put in a situation where having a phone would save her life. You know what I mean? Again, OP, not the beehole. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.